your tongue or have it cut from your head. Save your life by keeping whispers unsaid. Children roam the streets, now orphans of war. Bodies hanging in the streets to adore. Oil flames will cover path in chaos, bringing daylight to the night. Death is riding in the town with armor. They come to take all your rights. Hail to the king. Hail to the world. Watch your tongue or have it cut from your head. Save your life by keeping whispers unsaid. Children roam the streets, now orphans of war. Bodies hanging in the streets to adore. Oil flames will cover path in chaos, bringing daylight to the night. Death is riding in the town with armor. They come to take all your rights. Hail to the king. Hail to the world. Watch your tongue or have it cut from your head. Save your life by keeping whispers unsaid. Children roam the streets, now orphans of war. Bodies hanging in the streets to adore. Oil flames will cover path in chaos, bringing daylight to the night. Death is riding in the town with armor. They come to take all your rights. Hail to the king. Hail to the world. Watch your tongue or have it cut from your head. Save your life by keeping whispers unsaid. Children roam the streets, now orphans of war. Bodies hanging in the streets to adore. Oil flames will cover.
Westbanco Arena is the site of tonight's AAL action. Good evening and welcome into the broadcast booth. I'm Chris Thoburn. I will be joined later on by Jeffrey Blumenauer, the Mississippi Wolfpack, making the long trip up here to take on our Wheeling Miners. The Wheeling Miners, they unfortunately dropped a close contest last week, 32-31, to the Columbus Lions, and they are looking for some redemption here tonight. And I tell you what, folks, you're going to see some new guys into the lineup here tonight. It is OVAC night, so why don't we spotlight our kicker at first? Wheeling Central Catholic High School product, Austin Nestor, making his professional arena football debut here tonight. Once again, the product of Wheeling University was Wheeling Central Catholic High School was a soccer player, lacrosse, and hockey, but I saw him booting the ball here through the uprights, so he is planning on making a major impact here on the Miners tonight. And back into the lineup for the Wheeling Miners from last season, number 22, Brandon Munoz, who was an inaugural member of the Wheeling University football program. He is back in the lineup here for the Wheeling Miners after completing his season with the Omaha Beef in the NAL. And also returning to the lineup for the Wheeling Miners, his first time in 2 seasons, Andre Thomas Cobb, the 6'4", 200-pound Western Kentucky University product. He makes his way back in the lineup here tonight. And also, Miner fans are going to see number 7, Khalil Trotman, also in at quarterback. Now, he wasn't a member of the Miners yet, but he played a few games in here as a member of the Jersey Bearcats. You will also see him in the lineup here tonight as well for the Wheeling Miners. So as we take it down to the field here, the Miners getting set to take on the Mississippi Wolfpack. The Wolfpack will be in the gray here tonight. They have the black pants and the black helmets, gray jerseys with the red numbers and the black outline. The Miners tonight going with the black uniform, or black jerseys rather, with the number 2, the gold on the number 2 there of DC, Daryl Clark, who's out there warming up now, but they are going with the white pants here tonight. The Miners will be kicking off. If you are watching live here, they will be kicking off moving from right to left as you are checking out the stream here. And the Wolfpack will start moving from left to right. Once again, folks, we just got the roster right before the game here. The Wolfpack a little bit shorthanded coming into the game here tonight. Back deep there for the Wolfpack, be number 16, Omarion Johnson. Austin Nestor getting set to tee this one up here for the Wheeling Miners, the Wheeling Central University product. And we are getting underway here as the Miners set to kick off to begin this final regular season contest. The Nestor's first kick, though, is going to go out of bounds, and the Wolfpack will take over on their own 20-yard line as I welcome my broadcast partner into the booth here, Jeffrey Blumenauer, pulling about quadruple duty here tonight. But I tell you what, folks, track star, he wasn't in the OVAC, but wrestling star, he definitely was at Buckeye Local. So, Jeff, what an honor to be here tonight in the broadcast booth. A lot of OVAC represented in the arena and here in the broadcast booth.
Absolutely. So happy to be here tonight. Wrestled 4 times in this arena in the wonderful Ron Mock OVAC championship. So great to be here and great for some Miners action.
So we will have it looks like there's some confusion here for the Wolfpack as they actually are going to send trips here to the near side. Sidecar off to the left. Brandon Munoz in there for the Miners. He is in the MAC position. It is going to be a handoff right away, but Dio Dessois wrapping the Wolfpack player up there on the carry. Try to pull up the number there for the Wolfpack. It'll be Jason Hall, the running back. And Jeff, we talked a little bit about Hall. Not a bad running back there for the Mississippi Wolfpack.
Yeah, spent the last year with the Tri-City River Gators, of the AAL2. Got the call this year to play with Mississippi and really has made the best of his abilities.
Loss of 1, though, on the play as Dio Dessois getting into the backfield and making the stop there on Hall. Brings up a 2nd down and 11 for the Wolfpack. Ball is on the far side hash mark of their own 19-yard line. Trip formation here to the near side as they're going to send a man in motion. That's going to be Johnson. The quarterback back to pass. Pass is complete here on the near side to Johnson. And looked like Munoz got the strip there, but they brought him down at about the 21-yard line. Let's call it a gain of 2 on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Wolfpack.
Great job there of tackling by committee for the Miners there. Everybody in on that stop and making his presence early. Number 22, Brandon Munoz.
So it's Munoz in the MAC position, joined by his former Wheeling University teammate, Javon Johnson. In the jack position, Isaiah Cisse, new member of the Wheeling Miners in the defensive back position with Myron Mounds and Isaiah Robinson. 2 minutes just underway here in the first quarter. No score. Wolfpack setting up here again for this 3rd down and 9. They're going to send a man in motion. Eo back to pass, and he is going to be hitting the backfield. The ball popped out there at the end. Raymond Cutts was in the vicinity. Robert Garrett, the Central State product, coming up with the strip there on EO.
Good job by Garrett, number 21, down there in black for the Miners. Came right around the end there and just swatted the ball away. Unfortunately for the Miners, it gets covered up by Mississippi. Great sense of awareness there by Mississippi to see the ball on the turf and grab it up before anybody else could.
However, it is a loss of 2 back to the 19-yard line. Brings up a 4th down and 11 here for the Wolfpack. Down there on the defensive line for the Miners, Raymond Cutts, the Troy University product. Dio DeSuave, the Seton Hill product, in the middle. And then they are joined on the outside there by Robert Garrett out of Central State. 4th down and 11 upcoming as 3 minutes have gone here in the first quarter. No score. EO back to pass. Here comes the pressure by the Miners. EO tucks it, and he's going to be tripped up there by Robert Garrett, and then right into the waiting hands of Brandon Munoz to make that stop. It'll be a turnover on downs as there was no gain on the play.
If you're the Miners, it's exactly what you want to start this game. A nice 4 and out by the defense.
Now we will get our first look at Daryl Clark. Miners will take over on the 18-yard line here on the near side hash mark of that 18-yard line. Daryl Clark, Penn State University product, coming back in under center. He will be joined in the backfield by running back Andy Plowden, the Teal University product. Rainius Daramola, the receiver over on the far side. Alex Coleman will be your motion man for Wheeling. Kendry Thurman here on the near side, USC product and 2-time arena champion, as Mississippi jumping off sides already. And that'll move the ball inside the 15-yard line, and a 1st down and 5 upcoming for the Miners. 11:33 remaining here in the first quarter. Miners' first drive of this game. So Mississippi, they only have 4 subs down there on the bench, so only 12 players available tonight for the Wolfpack. So a lot of guys playing both sides. They line back up here for this 1st down and 5. Thurman is over on the far side. Coleman is here on the near side. Daramola as well over in the wide receiver position. There goes Coleman looking towards the corner. It's a touchdown. Daryl Clark finds the Capital University product, Alex Coleman. 1 play, 1 touchdown. The Miners on the board, 6-0. And in comes OVAC and Wheeling Central Catholic product, Austin Nestor.
What a throw by Daryl Clark. Even better catch there by Alex Coleman. Holding on to it, smacking it into the wall, and holding on to the football.
Austin Nestor in to attempt the extra point. This will be out of the Alex Coleman hold. Long snapper down there, Brandon Munoz. Here's the snap from Moon. It's a good one. And Nestor splits the uprights and good. And the OVAC product gets his first extra point as a professional arena football player. 10:24 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 Miners. You're listening to Wheeling Miners football. Austin Nestor has this one set to kick off here for the Miners as they lead 7-0. It was a Daryl Clark to Alex Coleman touchdown strike and then the Austin Nestor extra point to give the Miners a 7-0 lead as Nestor gets this one under his foot here, and it's a good one as picking it up there for Mississippi. Can't quite catch the number. Be number 4. We also have a flag come in at the end of the play on the return. Regine Wright. On the return, we had a late flag come in. Isaiah Cisse was the one picking up the stop for the Miners.
What a kick there. It checked up there at the 10-yard line and bounced forward. Great first kickoff there for the Miners.
Great job there by Wright to come back around as Hillman was just kind of sitting there playing center field, waiting at the bounce for him. So the penalty on the Wolfpack. Move the ball all the way back to the 6-yard line, where EO will come back in for the second drive of the game. I think somehow the Wolfpack got one extra player, because now we have 5 guys on the bench for Mississippi. Clock striking right around 10 minutes here. I think we're going to have a look at another quarterback as well. And their quarterback for Mississippi will be Amarian Johnson, but they only had 7 guys out onto the field. And they will burn a timeout. 9:53 to go here in the first quarter. So, Jeff, it is OVAC night. I actually had the honor about a month ago to actually MC the awards here at WesBanco Arena. A lot of teams in the area taking home some overall awards. And for one of the first times, it was Conotton Valley taking home the 1A title. So a huge congratulations. We're going to be giving out a lot of congratulations throughout the night here to OVAC. So we're going to start in the smallest class in 1A. And how about those Rockets this season?
Absolutely. Getting it done in all assets. I mean, just a great program that has really turned it around.
Beautiful facility out there. I've had the
Absolutely.
opportunity. Yeah, I've had the opportunity to call a few games out there. Now, Johnson is your new quarterback. He's going to keep it on the keeper to the outside, but he is going to be gobbled up there by Javon Johnson. Also in the vicinity there is Robert Garrett, who made his debut last week against the Columbus Lions, and Garrett has been a force down there on the defensive line.
Absolutely. And he's really gotten off his blocks very well and just really set the edge there for the Miners.
So no transition here on defense. Your same defense out there, Isaiah Robinson, Myron Mounds, Isaiah Cisse are your defensive backs. Brandon Munoz into the MAC, being flanked by Javon Johnson in the Jack. Robert Garrett, Dio DeSois, and Raymond Cutts are your D-line down there as Johnson. He's going to drop back the pass. He's also a southpaw. Johnson, able to get out of trouble here, stays on his feet, lowers his shoulder, and he will be brought down at the 25-yard line, and that'll be a first down for the Miners, or for the Wolfpack, rather, right at midfield on the 25-yard line. So Johnson is dropping back there. He's another southpaw and a pretty athletic quarterback down there.
Yeah, made some moves, was seeing the open area there, went down the field, made the right decision, and got the first down for his offense.
So ball will be on the far side hash mark of midfield, 8:20 and counting. The Miners have already taken a 7-0 lead in this one, but Johnson has the first down there for the Wolfpack. They're going to send a receiver over to the far side. A miscommunication. It was supposed to be a jet sweep, and Johnson has it here on the near side, and he will be brought down after a short gain inside Miners territory. Javon Johnson, Myron Mounds, and on the stop there for Wheeling.
Yeah, paid the price there, unfortunately. Getting the handoff, didn't expect it, tried to make the best of it there, but unfortunately, nothing going there for him.
And we talked about this even in the first game, that Mississippi, they have a lot of athletic players out there, but the Miners dominated that first game between them and the Wolfpack down there in Mississippi. Wolfpack sending trips over to the far side in sort of a stack formation. They're going to send a man in motion, are the Wolfpack, as Johnson comes back in at quarterback. Going to try the jet sweep again. There goes Johnson. The hole opened up there, and he was initially tripped up by Cisse and then finished off there by Javon Johnson, but we had a flag come in late. with 7:16 remaining in the first quarter. So the tight end was covered up on that one. Be a 5-yard penalty, or 10-yard penalty rather. They'll move him back behind the sticks, back into Wolfpack territory at the 22-yard line. So second down and 13 upcoming for the Wolfpack. They have to get the play call in here with 7:08 and counting in the first quarter. Same defense down there for Wheeling. Johnson and Munoz in those linebacker positions. Cuts, Dessois, and Garrett down there on the defensive line. Robinson, Mounds, and Cisse. Back deep for Wheeling. Johnson gets the snap. He's going to take a 3-step drop. Johnson rolling out to his right and making a catch there was a Marion Johnson as he was finished off by Myron Mounds. And yes, that's going to be a little extra there as Mounds made the stop. But unfortunately, they're going to tack on a personal foul there on Myron Mounds.
Yeah, Mounds getting a little chippy there. It's kind of happened every play. He's kind of got his nose in there and just getting a little extra after every play. And unfortunately, the officials catch him on that one.
This will be an automatic first down here for the Wolfpack. The ball should be at about the 11, 10-yard line, somewhere in that vicinity there. And a first down here for the Wolfpackers. They are threatening in the red zone in Miners territory. 6:30 here on a stop clock in the first quarter. Miners leading 7-0. Will be trips over here to the near side for the Wolfpack in this stack formation. Munoz coming into the MAC position. And Johnson, he's going to go forward, cuts it to the outside. Johnson has a little bit of room, and he'll be brought down. Isaiah Robinson brought down by Javon Johnson. Good grief, we have a lot of Johnsons out there on the field right now. You have Javon on one side, Marion on the other. I'm going to have to start using first names here. FPEO back into the game at quarterback. The ball will be over on the 10-yard line for Mississippi. Second down and 9 upcoming for the Wolfpack, but they're going to have to burn another timeout more than likely unless they set up extremely quick or just take the delay of game penalty. Yeah, there's no way, Jeff, they are getting this play off.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, she was already counting. The back judge was already counting. Well, I don't know. She kind of slowed down her count a little bit. I think she's going to try to give him the benefit of the doubt here.
Yep.
And she does. Here's a handoff again in the backfield. And there's the MAC. And the man, Brandon Munoz, reintroducing himself to the Wheeling Miners fans.
Oh, boy, that's a scary individual coming through the hole there in number 22, Brandon Munoz. Bad moon rising for sure.
So Hall on the carry there. If he didn't know Brandon Munoz already, he was introduced to him right there. Loss all the way back to the 12-yard line. Brings up third down and 11 for Wheeling, or for Mississippi. I apologize, folks. A little bit of a rough first quarter for myself as well. But we're going to clean it up here for the second half. Trips over onto the near side. Hall will be the sidecar off to the right of EO. EO's going to tuck it and run, and Munoz and Garrett finishing off Hall on that one. Loss of 1 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and 13 for Mississippi, as they're going to bring Johnson back in for EO in the quarterback position. Now, EO is more of your passer. Johnson is more of the scrambler down there. They're both southpaws. 3:55 and counting here in the first quarter. Miners leading 7-0. Fast-moving first quarter, as the Miners only needed one play to get into the back of the end zone. And that was a Daryl Clark to Alex Coleman touchdown strike. but it's mainly been Mississippi having possession of the ball. Trips here to the near side. Hall is the sidecar off to the right of Johnson. They're now going to send a receiver over to the far side. He's able to stop, and then we're going to have a flag on the play, and this time they are going to call the delay of game, and that'll move the ball back to the 18-yard line and bring it up 4th down and long here for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, normally they give them the 1, but then after that, they're kind of on borrowed time after that.
It's be on the near side hash mark of the 18-yard line. Here, Gage Joseph there in the background, doing a fantastic job over there. Great job on God Bless America and also the national anthem here tonight. One of our local talents. Ball be on the 18 here, 2:55 and counting. Now the Wolfpack are in trouble for a second delay of game. I think even the referee has a smirk down there. I mean, they still have 2 timeouts. So we have the declared tight end. Johnson's going to have to hurry if he's getting this one off. Hall will be his sidecar off to the left. Here's the snap. Johnson looking, has some time as the Miners are only going to rush 3. Johnson looking downfield. It's going to be knocked away there by Cisse. Great job by Cisse to be able to stick with his man during that entire route.
Yeah, he was really in his side pocket the entire time there was Cisse all over the route there. Good job by him sticking with the receiver.
The 2:22 to go here in the first quarter, and we're going to step aside. Miners leading 7-0. You're listening to Wheeling Miners football. And welcome back inside West Banco Arena here. Only the second play of the game. As Jeff, we're going to get our first look of the 2026 season at Andre Thomas Cobb. Welcome back to the lineup. He was able to give me a huge hug before the game. And I said, hey, Andre Thomas Cobb, I want to call a tutty here tonight. And Andy Plowden, I told him the same thing as he's going to get a carry here. Short gain on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Miners. Andy Plowden, normally a running back out of Teal University, also plays the MAC position down there for your Wheeling Miners as the clock strikes at 1:52 and counting. Here in the first quarter, Miners leading 7-0. Ball in their own territory on the 19-yard line on that far side hash mark. Thomas Cobb over to the far side. Daramula and Coleman here on the near side. Andre Thomas Cobb will be your motion man down there for Wheeling. Plowden is the sidecar off to the left of Clark. Thomas Cobb going in motion for Wheeling. Clark back to pass, gets a nice block, looking out to his right, hits Coleman at the 15-yard line. Coleman breaks a tackle and gets down inside the 5-yard line. Another nice strike there from Clark to Coleman, and the Miners have a first down inside the 5-yard line in Wolfpack territory.
Great job with Daryl Clark there, sliding the pocket over, finding Alex Coleman down the field, and Coleman does the rest, drags defenders down to the 4-yard line and sets up 1st and goal here for the Miners.
And a great block there by Shamil Roberts on the outside, and then Andy Plowden helping out Justin Nelson on the near side with the MAC, picking up that big block. Khalil Trotman going to come now into the game here for Wheeling. The new quarterback out there for Wheeling. Here goes Trotman on the carry to his left. Trotman lowers his shoulder, and his first carry as a Miner. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wheeling. The Morgan State product, Khalil Trotman, getting one on the board for the Miners, and they now lead 13-0 with 15 seconds remaining here. And Austin Nestor trotting on here for the extra point. It'll be out of the Alex Coleman, or check that. Yeah, it will be out of the Coleman hold. And Munoz will be the long snapper down there for Wheeling. Nestor set up here as they will attempt the extra point for the end of the quarter here. The bad snap. Nestor able to split the uprights and good. So that'll wrap up the first quarter of play. It was Khalil Trotman getting into the end zone there. And looks like, nope, we're not going to quite go to break yet here, folks. I think we had a flag come out at the very end. But if it's on Mississippi, yeah, it's the illegal defense. So we are going to go to break. The Miners lead the Wolfpack 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. You're listening to Wheeling Miners football. Second quarter coming your way as Austin Nestor has this one teed up. 14-0 in favor of Wheeling. We flip the sides now as Nestor will be kicking off from the left side. Johnson back deep here, as well as Hillman for the Mississippi Wolfpack. They're waiting on the whistle there as Nestor is set to kick off again. And he will get this one booted underneath the scoreboard. It'll be Hillman this time on the return for Mississippi. And he will be brought down there. Myron Mounds and Isaiah Robinson. Javon Johnson was also in on that stop as well for Wheeling.
Great start for the Miners here. Up 14-0 to start this one. The defense is getting really aggressive. Offense is clicking on all cylinders. And this is what you want before a playoff matchup next week.
So we do have some switches here on defense. Colton Ryan's going to come in the middle. Tuts is still on the outside. Munoz is now going to move down to defensive end. And it's still a Wheeling University linebacking core. And OVAC product and Buckeye Lake local. Check that. Buckeye Trail. Sorry, wrong Buckeye there, folks. Buckeye Trail. Jeff is the Buckeye local alum. Jack Perry is into the MAC position. Javon Johnson. Still the same defensive backfield with Cisse, Robinson, and Mounds. EO back in at quarterback, rolling out to his left, being pursued by Munoz. Yeah, you're not going to get away from him. He's able to get a few yards into Miners territory, but Munoz able to catch up to EO there and bring him down at the 24-yard line. Brings up a second down for the Wolfpack. So, Jeff, for the Wolfpack here, these QB runs have been about the only offense they've been able to muster so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's really in desperation, to be honest. I mean, they've seen a lane, they've taken it. Everything else is covered up. I mean, great job by the defensive backfield of the Miners to cover every outlet up.
And you have Robinson down there, too. Normally a wide receiver, but the second game in a row that he started at defensive back, playing extremely well down there, is the West Liberty University product and the former Wash High Prexy. EO. Dropping back. This time he's going to try to attempt to pass. Launches one downfield, and the catch is made. Making the catch there was Johnson as Cisse and Mounds in on the stop there. And you got to hand it to Mississippi on that one. EO knew he was going to take a hit. Stayed in the pocket there. And going up for that ball with no fear was Johnson. And he has the first down at the Miners' 3-yard line.
Good read by EO there, putting the ball up in the air and putting it in a place only his receiver could go up and get it. Johnson does just that, climbs the ladder, and goes and gets the football.
First down and goal for the Wolfpack, 12:47 and counting here in the second quarter. The Miners have a 14-0 lead over Mississippi. Hall down there in the running back position as EO's going to come back in the shotgun. EO going to tuck it and run right into the waiting hands there of Cuts. Munoz also in, landing the big hit, as was Jack Perry. We had a flag come in there from the back judge. Clock stops at 12:30 here in the second quarter. I don't know, Mississippi doesn't seem happy about this one. I'm feeling it's going to be on the offense. I don't know, Coach Mott might actually prefer to take that down. We'll see what he decides. I mean, either way, it's not a bad decision by Coach Mott. Oh, it was a 15-yard personal foul. Yeah, or 10-yard penalty, excuse me, folks. Yeah, that's why Coach Mott definitely wanted to take that one. But in a way, though, you do give Mississippi a little bit more room. As this ball is going to be on the 13 now. It'll be first down and goal from the Miners 13. Munoz, Ryan, and Cuts down on the D line. Perry and Johnson in the linebacking core. Robinson, Mounds, and Cisse are your defensive backs for Wheeling. Stack trip formation over here to the near side. They're actually going to switch it up now. Javon Johnson is going to be your Mac, coming straight up the middle there, but getting away on that one was another good run there by Hillman. But this one is going to be coming back there with these flags. There was about 3 of them that flew out of there right away. On the run there by Amarian Johnson. Okay, so yeah, both penalties, Jeff, just going to offset here. We're playing first down from the 13-yard line.
Yeah, no harm, no foul there. Both teams committing penalties there, and we're just going to restart.
Coach having a conversation there with the officials. Once again, they got to pay attention because the play clock is rolling.
Yeah, regardless if you don't agree with the official or not, the play clock is still rolling, so still got to take care of business.
Johnson coming back in at quarterback. Once again, they've been using the dual QB system with EO and Johnson. Twins here to the near side. Motion man's going to be Hillman over here for Mississippi as he goes in motion. Johnson back to pass. Johnson, nobody home, rolling out to his right. Johnson being pursued by Munoz. And Robinson almost with the interception there. We're going to have pass interference, though, against the Miners, Jeff. That's pretty much going to put Mississippi in their original starting field position. So this pass interference call upcoming against Mississippi, or against Wheeling, rather. So now it'll be first down and goal from the 3. So I guess the penalties just offset just about 5 minutes away from each other.
Yeah, I mean, they keep moving this way, that way. We really haven't gained any ground at all, to be honest.
All the way over past the far side hash marks here nearest to us. Get first down and goal upcoming from the 3 for the Wolfpack. They have Tripp stationary over on the far side, and we're going to have a false start against the Wolfpack as well. They tried to go with the hard count, but one of the offensive linemen moved first. It's Christian Rolster. Now, Rolster, also a big nose tackle down there, been playing both sides of the ball down there for the Wolfpack. Ball will be on the 8-yard line. It's still first down and goal for Mississippi. Miners, same defense down there, and it will be Johnson coming back into the quarterback position. He is very elusive down there, as is the running back in Hall. Declared tight end here on the near side. Hall is the sidecar off to the left in this trips formation over to the far side. Johnson, it's a screenplay to the outside. It's complete to Hillman and Isaiah Robinson. Jeff, you always say it in wrestling, lowest man's going to win. And Robinson gets down there and makes the stop. Short gain on the play brings up 2nd down and goal from the 5 for the Wolfpack.
Absolutely. Lowest man wins was a wrestling adage, but also that was a Coach Pobe adage as well. OVAC Hall of Fame coach, Coach Ron Poblish.
We'll be talking about some of the awards here throughout the OVAC. We already mentioned Conotton Valley. We will get to them, folks. We have not forgot. Just been a lot of penalties here in those last couple minutes. Ball's over on the far side hash mark of the 5-yard line in Miners territory. The Wolfpack faced with a 2nd down and goal from the 5. 9-11 in counting in the second quarter. 14-0 in favor of Wheeling. Perry is going to be your Mac. Coming to the outside is Johnson diving forward, and he is going to be stopped just shy of the goal line. He stopped at the 3-yard or at the 1. So Raymond Cuts able to make the stop there for Wheeling, and it'll bring up 3rd down and goal now for the Wolfpack. Now we have a conversation between Javon Johnson and a few of the Wolfpack players. 8:55 and counting here in the second quarter. Ball is on that 1-yard line. They do have Hall as an option there. But don't forget, you also have the elusive Johnson, who's going to line up in the shotgun formation. One-on-one coverage here on the outside, tight coverage. Man goes in motion. Here's a jet sweep to Hillman. Going to the outside. Javon Johnson stood him up initially, and then Munoz. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. I normally don't do this, but that is an absolutely horrible call by the official. You didn't blow the whistle.
He just finished the tackle.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's a bad call. I normally don't go against JT very often, but yeah, if you don't blow the whistle, the players are taught to play until that whistle is blown.
22 is definitely one of those, you need that whistle.
Yeah. I mean, how long has he been a pro now? This is what, his 5th year? I mean, like I said, it's not going to affect the game right now, but that's just an absolute ridiculous call. 8:21 here on a stop clock.
Good job by Coach Mont, though, getting Munoz out of the way there. I mean, because you know his temper. I mean,
yeah,
two unsportsmanlike conducts and you're out. So he just kind of sat him down and get him cooled off. Not his fault.
Johnson going to the outside, going forward, and Jack Perry said, let me give you some OVAC justice right now. As the former Wheeling University Cardinal putting the running back Hall to the turf.
The 10-on-10 crime there.
Hey, I think Hall might have gained about an inch on that one. Brings up 2nd down and goal from the 2. I mean, I will give JT credit, though. I think in a closer type game, I don't think he makes that call. But just to kind of keep the temperature level there is why that call was made. See, folks, I could go both sides on this one.
You redeemed yourself.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's a fantastic guy. I mean, nothing against him, but I'm just like, I don't know about making that call. Hall be the running back off to the left. Johnson's going to send a man in motion. It's Hillman. Johnson's going to escape to the outside, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. But now we have a flag at the end of the play. I can't tell, Jeff, who that was. That Garrett that got spun down there at the end?
Yeah, it was Garrett on the outside, number 21.
Yeah, so Garrett was just exploding into the backfield. I think, was that the running back Hall that grabbed a hold of him?
Yeah, he had enough of him, and then the outside lineman finished him off and just spun him right into the ground like a top.
That's going to move this all the way back to the 12-yard line. 2nd down and goal upcoming. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The Miners leading 14-0. Waiting for the back judge here to start counting again. There, her hand is up. So Mississippi definitely trying, like you mentioned, on that borrowed time right now. Trips over to the far side. EO's going to come in at quarterback. Hall is his sidecar off to the left. EO, back to pass. We're going to have a flag on the play. The pass is complete. This one's going to go to Hillman. Myron Mounds, beautiful tackle there. He wasn't upset with the iHeartRadio logo, but he was upset with originally not being able to get to that ball. And I believe this is going to be an illegal defense against Wheeling.
Yeah,
I don't think the MAC declared. Oh, they didn't set.
Yeah, Jack Perry threw his hand up, but him and Javon Johnson were not set before the snap.
So we're going to replay second down, which I feel like for the 17th time on this drive. Ball is on the 7. Second down and goal for the Wolfpack. Through defense now, you have Cuts, the near side end. The Swaz in the middle. Garrett's on the outside. Perry and Johnson, your linebackers. Mounds, Cisse, and Robinson are your defensive backs. As the Wolfpack sends trips over to the far side. EO back in at quarterback for the Wolfpack. EO, he's going to keep it, roll out to the right, but he's going to be gobbled up on the outside there. Garrett making the initial stop, and then Robinson and Javon Johnson also coming in on that stop for Wheeling.
Great pursuit by the Miners defense. Strung the offense out there and just made the tackle. Gave him no space to turn up at all.
Yeah, maybe a few inches on that play, if that. Brings up third down and goal for the Wolfpack. Right on the iHeartRadio logo. 5:19 and counting here in the second quarter. Mounds, Robinson, and Cisse. Cisse, the newest addition here to the Miners, along with Andre Thomas Cobb and Brandon Munoz and Austin Nestor. Perry is your declared MAC on this one. They're going to attempt the jet sweep as EO's going to keep it to the outside. EO turning it upfield, dives toward the end zone, and a touchdown for the Wolfpack. And I tell you what, you got to hand it there to EO. He went up and he broke the plane for the score, and it is now a one-possession ball game with the Wolfpack trailing 14-6.
EO knew exactly what he needed to do to cross the plane there and got it. We have ourselves a ball game, folks.
4:25 and counting as the Wolfpack are going to set up for two. I don't believe they do have a dedicated kicker on the roster. See what they have cooked up here, does the Mississippi Wolfpack. Clock striking right around 4 minutes. EO's going to stay in at quarterback. Hall is going to be the running back. Two receivers here to the near side, Hillman and Johnson. One receiver over to the far side and one-on-one coverage with Myron Mounds. Here goes EO again, but right into the waiting hands there of Dio Dessois, and he was not missing that tackle. 3:43 to go here in the first half. Miners leading the Wolfpack 14-6. You're listening to Wheeling Miners football. Renius Daramola back deep here, looking for his first return of the game That's going to be Hall. The running back will be the dedicated kicker here. You also have Robinson coming up pretty far. I don't know. Okay, we have the ball that is literally parallel to the ground right now.
Yep, he's going to spin it.
Haven't seen this kick since I played middle school football. All right, I love it. I love it. All right, the helicopter type kick. And I tell you what, it caused fits there for Daramola, but I tell you what, he's dangerous now because he has some room and a big hit there by Cuts. And I tell you what, you can't even have a hard hit anymore in football because out come the flags. Great block there by Cuts. But this one's going to come back. I don't know. 3:34 to go here in the second quarter. Miners going to be all the way back at the 15. With 3:34 to go here in the second quarter.
Negates a huge return there by Daramola.
I mean, it's football. Keep your head up.
Head on a swivel. First thing you learn.
3:20 in counting here in the second quarter. Thurman, the two-time arena champion. He will be the motion man down there for Wheeling. Daramola and Coleman are your other receivers. Plowden, your running back for Wheeling. Daryl Clark, back to pass. Gets plenty of time. Clark looking downfield for Thurman. He hits him. Touchdown, Miners! Kendry Thurman, the two-time arena champion, finds himself in the end zone, and the Miners answer right back as Daryl Clark, his second passing touchdown here of the game.
What a route. What a route there, and what a throw by Daryl Clark, putting it out in front of the receiver.
And he was able to beat his man downfield. It was one-on-one coverage the entire way with Hillman, which Hillman had to be exhausted because he was out there that entire offensive series, too, for Mississippi. Here's a snap by Moon. It's a good one, and Nestor is going to split the uprights, and good. The Wheeling Central product remains perfect on the night. 21-6 in favor of the Miners. 2:15 remaining in the second quarter. You're listening to Wheeling Miners football. Austin Nestor set to kick off here. Wheeling Central product here on OVAC night. Like I said, folks, don't forget, we will be honoring everybody. Unfortunately, we've only got the Class A Conotton Valley so far. We'll get to Class 2A Toronto High School later on here. Talk all about the Red Knights. I don't think Mississippi has enough players out there, and they don't.
They do not.
Now Nestor is set to kick off. I think he was probably a little bit confused out there. He's like, wait a minute, I know I haven't played football much this year, but I know you need 8 guys on the field. And the guy that just came onto the field is the one making the return, and Nestor might have to make a stop, but he doesn't as Daramola and Robinson makes those stops. I believe we're going to have a holding call coming up on Mississippi. Let's get the call here from the White Hat. Oh, it was a block in the back. So it's Hall, the guilty party again. So, Jeff, we were talking about our overall champions in Class 2A, Toronto. being led there by Drake Boucher, football product, but off to Division I to play college baseball. So a huge congratulations to the Red Knights. I'm sure a program that you saw back in your day plenty of times.
A few times, not a whole lot.
All because of the size difference.
Yeah,
back
size
then.
difference. Yep, yeah, a lot. Former Buckeye local grad, Buckeyes a lot. They lost a lot, unfortunately, and are down in numbers, unfortunately. So we were 4A back in the day, and to Division III actually in football as well. So didn't see them a whole lot. Seen them in middle school a couple times, but not a whole lot in high school.
I saw them a lot in cross country. Cross country and track, we always ran into the Red Knights.
Wrestling a lot, yes.
So congratulations to the Red Knights on their Class 2A outright title for 2026. Back to action here is Johnson. Back to pass for Mississippi. All I saw was about 20 players come together. And I know, folks, I'm not good at math, but there wasn't that many on the field. And all I saw was a bunch of yellow laundry come out. So it was kind of a traffic jam at the line. So they're going to say Munoz came in from the outside from that MAC position.
Give him credit. He was playing in the NAL a week ago.
Yeah, he was. For the Omaha Beef. Battling out there in the semifinals in the NAL playoffs where the Salina Liberty and the Southwest Kansas Storm.
Championship tomorrow in Kansas.
So best of luck to both of those teams. I guess, Jeff, we can call that the battle for Kansas as we hit the 1 minute warning, but we're going to go ahead and keep it right here, 21-6 in favor of Wheeling. But I tell you what, Barnesville High School, the 3A overall title this year, I mean, just that phenomenal run that they've been going on in football. Unfortunately, they just keep running into that juggernaut by the name of Wheelersburg High School.
Yeah, it seems like every time they're in the playoffs, boom, there's Wheelersburg, and it's their Achilles heel. Unfortunately, they give them a good fight every year, but unfortunately, just can't get past them. It's their kryptonite.
But I tell you what, so much pride out there in Barnesville,
Absolutely.
as like there is in Bowerston for Connaughton Valley, all over the OVAC, as it is for Toronto. I've actually had the opportunity to drive up there. It's just going by the new beautiful facilities up there in Toronto. But Barnesville, just a lot of small town pride. Just a lot of amazing athletic programs out there. A lot of great people in that Barnesville area. So congratulations to the Shamrocks. And they will look here in a few months to start that defense of the overall Class 3A title here in the OVAC.
Absolutely. And you talk about multiple sports as well. Their wrestling program, second to none. A lot of their wrestlers have graced this concourse and have left OVAC champions.
And we will come back with some more OVAC awards as well as we are back to action here. Trip formation for the Wolfpack as they trail 21-6. In this one, it's a low snap. Johnson able to launch it downfield. Johnson to Johnson there, but the pass falls incomplete. And it'll bring up a second down for the Wolfpack. But I'll tell you what, a great play by Johnson there to make something out of nothing, able to pick it up, found a receiver wide open down the field, unfortunately just a little too high.
A lot of heat coming off that ball, too.
Yeah.
He got that ball away very, very quickly and fast.
And that's what we said, Jeff. Like, this Wolfpack team, I mean, they have a lot of athleticism. They just really don't have the numbers, especially with only having 5 subs.
Right, and think about it. They were the AAL2 champions of last year. Retained some guys, went out and got some other athletes, but really their first year in playing, professional arena football. They were developmental league champions last year, so really getting their first look and kind of have taken their licks here in the first year.
Yeah, but I tell you what, you can see the athleticism and the potential with this Wolfpack team. Johnson, back to pass. He's going to go up forward. Johnson is going to be hit hard there by Javon Johnson and Raymond Cutts. But that is going to be good enough for a Wolfpack first down up to the 21-yard line. This is a lot of what was seen in the first game, too, between the Wolfpack and the Miners. They were using Hall a lot in that running back position, but they were using the quarterbacks for a lot of runs, too.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just trying to get the ball down the field any way they can and just trying to stay away from the corners there of the Miners. I tell you what, it does mimic a lot of the first game too. They the first half, they really felt each other out, and then just complete dominance by the Miners in the second half. So we'll see if it reigns true in this one as well.
The Wolfpack still have 2 timeouts in their back pocket here. Johnson's going to have to tuck it and run again. Coming to the outside. Ball's in no man's land. Raymond Cuts has the interception. He's at the 25. He's at the 20 and will be brought down into the boards. So with 11 seconds to go, and now everybody grab a partner in do-si-do. As Munoz wanted to have a conversation with one of the offensive linemen with his glove right into the face mask. I don't think anything's going to come about here at the end of that, but the Miners will have 11.5 seconds to go. And I think this ball is going to be placed at the 19. That's where Cuts was brought down. Is that Cuts' second interception of the season? I think he had another one on the road. But in either way, Raymond Cuts with the interception there, the Troy University product. And the Miners have 11.5 seconds to try to get one on the board. Andre Thomas Cobb, your far side receiver. Daryl Mola and Coleman here on the near side. Coleman already has a touchdown reception on the night. Clark, back to pass. Looking, launches one towards the end zone. Way too tall for Coleman there. But a great throw there by DC. Why not? Take a shot toward the end zone where only your wide receiver would have had a chance at that football.
Yeah, looking for that post route there in the middle, trying to put it in the middle of the field goal post. Just a little bit too far out of the reach of Alex Coleman, but like you mentioned, great placed ball there by Daryl Clark. Either Coleman gets it or nobody gets it.
And you have Andre Thomas Cobb, your 6'4" receiver in one-on-one coverage. I tell you what, I would take Thomas Cobb on a jump ball any day. Here goes Coleman in motion. Clark back to pass. He was eyeing Coleman the entire way. He's not able to get this one out. And Coach Mack is going to burn a timeout with 1.6 seconds to go. So you have to hand it to Mississippi on that one, able to get into the backfield and bring Coleman down. He was eyeing AC the entire way, but just Mississippi was in the backfield quicker than what you could see on that one, Jeff. So 1.6 seconds to go. If you're Mississippi, do you play this safe and do you just try to guard that back end zone right now?
Yeah, I mean, nothing in front of you. You know Wheeling's going to try to go for the end zone regardless. I mean, anything before the end zone gets them nothing.
So they're going to drop 2 defensive backs deep. Now, don't forget, you have Hillman that is also a wide receiver and has great hands too. Austin Nestor going to attempt the field goal, and why not? Let's do it here. Here's the snap. Nestor's kick is going to be blocked, and it's going to be picked up there, but a great job by Justin Nelson and Andy Plowden to bring him down. So, folks, that's going to wrap up the first half of play. The Miners leading the Wolfpack 21-6. You're listening to Wheeling Miners football.
You have ambitions, and RE/MAX Commercial could help you achieve them. As part of the trusted RE/MAX brand, we know what it takes to build a lasting business. For you, that might mean office space, a retail property, or undeveloped land anywhere in the world. For us, there's no such thing as too specialized or too far. So whatever your portfolio needs, our brokers have solutions to satisfy. RE/MAX Commercial. Expand with expertise.
When it's time for your next step, before the sign goes in the yard, you need a partner you can trust, an agent who listens first, then leads with expertise, who knows the neighborhoods, and has the connections. A RE/MAX agent makes your home stand out with listings built to stop the scroll. On social media, they create engaging posts and video content, inspiring the next homeowner to take a closer look. And with a presence in more than 100 countries and territories, RE/MAX agents have access to more buyers in more places. From guided showings to pricing and negotiation, a RE/MAX agent brings care and skill to everything they do. So when it's time to sell, trust your home to a RE/MAX agent.
Every team has a routine. The game day grind, the travel, the details that keep everything running smooth. And when it comes to staying clean, there's only one place this crew trusts. This is Wash Right Car Wash, the car wash the miners use. From the players up front to the mascot in the back, this van has seen it all. Road dust, rain, mud, late nights, long drives. Wash Right handles it every time. With powerful cleaning, spot-free finishes, and a shine that shows up whether it's game day or a travel day. No shortcuts, no missed spots, just a clean ride that's ready for the next stop. Because when you represent a team, you represent a city. And showing up clean matters. Wash Right is fast, reliable, built for everyday drivers, and trusted by the miners. When the miners need their ride game ready, they roll through Wash Right. You should too. Wash Right Car Wash. Use the car wash the miners use.
You have ambitions, and RE/MAX Commercial could help you achieve them. As part of the trusted RE/MAX brand, we know what it takes to build a lasting business. For you, that might mean office space, a retail property, or undeveloped land anywhere in the world. For us, there's no such thing as too specialized or too far. So whatever your portfolio needs, our brokers have solutions to satisfy. RE/MAX Commercial. Expand with expertise.
When it's time for your next step, before the sign goes in the yard, you need a partner you can trust, an agent who listens first, then leads with expertise, who knows the neighborhoods, and has the connections. A RE/MAX agent makes your home stand out with listings built to stop the scroll. On social media, they create engaging posts and video content, inspiring the next homeowner to take a closer look. And with a presence in more than 100 countries and territories, RE/MAX agents have access to more buyers in more places. From guided showings to pricing and negotiation, a RE/MAX agent brings care and skill to everything they do. So when it's time to sell, trust your home to a RE/MAX agent.
Every team has a routine. The game day grind, the travel, the details that keep everything running smooth. And when it comes to staying clean, there's only one place this crew trusts. This is Wash Right Car Wash, the car wash the miners use. From the players up front to the mascot in the back, this van has seen it all. Road dust, rain, mud, late nights, long drives. Wash Right handles it every time. With powerful cleaning, spot-free finishes, and a shine that shows up whether it's game day or a travel day. No shortcuts, no missed spots, just a clean ride that's ready for the next stop. Because when you represent a team, you represent a city. And showing up clean matters. Wash Right is fast, reliable, built for everyday drivers, and trusted by the miners. When the miners need their ride game ready, they roll through Wash Right. You should too. Wash Right Car Wash. Use the car wash the miners use.
You have ambitions, and RE/MAX Commercial could help you achieve them. As part of the trusted RE/MAX brand, we know what it takes to build a lasting business. For you, that might mean office space, a retail property, or undeveloped land anywhere in the world. For us, there's no such thing as too specialized or too far. So whatever your portfolio needs, our brokers have solutions to satisfy. RE/MAX Commercial. Expand with expertise.
When it's time for your next step, before the sign goes in the yard, you need a partner you can trust, an agent who listens first, then leads with expertise, who knows the neighborhoods, and has the connections. A RE/MAX agent makes your home stand out with listings built to stop the scroll. On social media, they create engaging posts and video content, inspiring the next homeowner to take a closer look. And with a presence in more than 100 countries and territories, RE/MAX agents have access to more buyers in more places. From guided showings to pricing and negotiation, a RE/MAX agent brings care and skill to everything they do. So when it's time to sell, trust your home to a RE/MAX agent.
Every team has a routine. The game day grind, the travel, the details that keep everything running smooth. And when it comes to staying clean, there's only one place this crew trusts. This is Wash Right Car Wash, the car wash the miners use. From the players up front to the mascot in the back, this van has seen it all. Road dust, rain, mud, late nights, long drives. Wash Right handles it every time. With powerful cleaning, spot-free finishes, and a shine that shows up whether it's game day or a travel day. No shortcuts, no missed spots, just a clean ride that's ready for the next stop. Because when you represent a team, you represent a city. And showing up clean matters. Wash Right is fast, reliable, built for everyday drivers, and trusted by the miners. When the miners need their ride game ready, they roll through Wash Right. You should too. Wash Right Car Wash. Use the car wash the miners use.
You have ambitions, and RE/MAX Commercial could help you achieve them. As part of the trusted RE/MAX brand, we know what it takes to build a lasting business. For you, that might mean office space, a retail property, or undeveloped land anywhere in the world. For us, there's no such thing as too specialized or too far. So whatever your portfolio needs, our brokers have solutions to satisfy. RE/MAX Commercial. Expand with expertise.
When it's time for your next step, before the sign goes in the yard, you need a partner you can trust, an agent who listens first, then leads with expertise, who knows the neighborhoods, and has the connections. A RE/MAX agent makes your home stand out with listings built to stop the scroll. On social media, they create engaging posts and video content, inspiring the next homeowner to take a closer look. And with a presence in more than 100 countries and territories, RE/MAX agents have access to more buyers in more places. From guided showings to pricing and negotiation, A REMAX agent brings care and skill to everything they do. So when it's time to sell, trust your home to a REMAX agent.
Every team has a routine. The game day grind, the travel, the details that keep everything running smooth. And when it comes to staying clean, there's only one place this crew trusts. This is Wash Right Car Wash, the car wash the miners use. From the players up front to the mascot in the back, this van has seen it all. Road dust, rain, mud, late nights, long drives. Wash Right handles it every time. With powerful cleaning, spot-free finishes, and a shine that shows up whether it's game day or a travel day. No shortcuts, no missed spots, just a clean ride that's ready for the next stop. Because when you represent a team, you represent a city. And showing up clean matters. Wash Right is fast, reliable, built for everyday drivers, and trusted by the miners. When the miners need their ride game ready, they roll through Wash Right. You should too. Wash Right Car Wash. Use the car wash the miners use.
You have ambitions, and REMAX Commercial could help you achieve them. As part of the trusted REMAX brand, we know what it takes to build a lasting business. For you, that might mean office space, a retail property, or undeveloped land anywhere in the world. For us, there's no such thing as too specialized or too far. So whatever your portfolio needs, our brokers have solutions to satisfy. REMAX Commercial. Expand with expertise.
When it's time for your next step, before the sign goes in the yard, you need a partner you can trust, an agent who listens first, then leads with expertise, who knows the neighborhoods, and has the connections. A REMAX agent makes your home stand out, with listings built to stop the scroll. On social media, they create engaging posts and video content, inspiring the next homeowner to take a closer look. And with a presence in more than 100 countries and territories, REMAX agents have access to more buyers in more places. From guided showings to pricing and negotiation, a REMAX agent brings care and skill to everything they do. So when it's time to sell, trust your home to a REMAX agent.
Every team has a routine. The game day grind, the travel, the details that keep everything running smooth. And when it comes to staying clean, there's only one place this crew trusts.
And welcome back inside West Banco Arena here. Chris Thoburn alongside of Jeffrey Blumenauer, 21-6 in favor of the Wheeling Miners. And Jeff, it's just all been about a possession. I mean, Mississippi just dominating possession time, but the Miners have been scoring so quick.
Yeah, I mean, they've made the best of their opportunities, have the Miners. So we'll see what happens here. Miners get the ball to start the second half. So you'll be looking for them to put points on the board. If it happens, I don't know who they're going to trot out here to start the second half. Could be Daryl Clark, could be Trotman. It's hard to see who they want to put out there. So if they do put Clark out there, I have a feeling that if they score here, Clark's night's probably done.
Absolutely. Indeed, we're going to get the helicopter hit kick down here from Hall, as I like to call it. Sometimes if you hit it the right way, it goes like a knuckleball too, but the helicopter kick is going to go up into the stands, and that ball will be returned to the field there to Isaiah Robinson. Got very nice field position here for Wheeling. But like I said, you got to hand it to Mississippi too, because even though they find themselves down by 15 right now, the dominating time of possession too, you're keeping the ball out of the hands of the explosive offense of the Wheeling Miners.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's one thing that they want to continue to do is keep the ball out of the hands of Daryl Clark in this very explosive offense. But like I mentioned, the Miners have made the best of their opportunities for sure.
And of course, just like regular football, you got to split the kickoffs here. If you received in the first half or at the beginning of the game, you're not receiving in the second half here as Daryl Clark comes back in under center. He's going to send Andre Thomas Cobb back in motion, and it's going to be Andy Plowden, though, on the first carry. He's going to lower his shoulder and plow his way for a couple yards there. And once again, I was talking to Andy Plowden before this game. He was very excited. I apologize, folks. Earlier this week, I was talking with Andy Plowden, and Jeff, he was telling me how excited he was to get back into that running back position.
Yeah, that's one thing that he talked about in training camp too, was he getting his shot back at running back. I mean, he loves playing linebacker, but he loves toting the rock back there in the backfield.
And he's going to be the sidecar off to the left here of Daryl Clark, as he's going to send Alex Coleman in motion, who has one touchdown tonight for Wheeling. Passes complete on the outside to Rainius Daramola, who gets a nice block there by Alex Coleman. Knocked into the boards inside the 20-yard line. Will bring up third down and manageable now for the Miners.
That route normally goes to Alex Coleman there, that wall route, but they flip it here and give Daramola the shot, and he makes the best of it. Great block by Alex Coleman as well, getting out in front of his counterpart receiver there and making a nice block, and Daramola gets some extra yards to make this a third down and manageable for the Miners.
Stack formation over to the far side. Coleman lining up behind Daramola. Andre Thomas Cobb, your motion man for Wheeling, who's going to join Daramola and Coleman over on the far side. Clark hits Thomas Cobb down the middle. Andre Thomas Cobb has the first down up to the 14-yard line, and the Miners keep the chains moving here. Three very nice short passing routes there for Daryl Clark and for this receiving core, each receiver getting a reception there on that first down drive.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to get Cobb familiar with Daryl Clark and Daryl Clark familiar with Andre Thomas Cobb down there. And like we mentioned, a huge target at 6'4".
Great to see him back in the lineup here and continue his season. Coleman going to be the motion man for Wheeling. Daramola here on the near side as well. Clark coming back in under center. Clark, three-step drop, looking towards the middle, threaded the needle, but it was just a little bit behind Alex Coleman. He wasn't able to recover to try to turn back around to his left shoulder to make that reception. So if you're Clark, you just want to lead your man just a tad there, but Coleman did everything he could to try to turn around and make that catch.
Yeah, unfortunate there. Coleman looking for his second touchdown of the night there, and AC and DC could not hook up on that one.
Coach Mack sees something, though, as he came down, as he brought Andre Thomas Cobb over to have a conversation.
I think he sees the mismatch there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Coleman's he is just a monster down there at 6'4", 200 pounds. There he goes, Thomas Cobb in motion for Wheeling. Clark back to pass, pump fakes, gonna dump it over to Daramola. Touchdown, Miners! Daryl Clark just putting the touch underneath. They used Andre Thomas Cobb as the mirror there in the smoke. And I tell you what, Daramola just able to sneak into the backfield there and made the reception right in front of the Bud Light logo.
Yeah, what an effortless throw there by Daryl Clark. Just put enough touch on it, flick of the wrist, and found it into the end zone to Daramola.
Austin Nestor, the Wheeling Central product, in to attempt the extra point. Out of the Capital University product hold, Alex Coleman. Munoz with the snap. It's a good one. Nestor stays perfect on the night and splits the uprights. 10:53 to go here in the third quarter. The Miners have a commanding 28-6 lead. You're listening to Wheeling Miners football. Rainius Daramola with the touchdown reception there. Third passing touchdown of the night from Daryl Clark. And then the rushing touchdown by Khalil Trotman. Austin Nestor, who's perfect on the night in extra points, set to kick this one off. It is a hard line drive kick, and Mississippi's going to have to get it along the wall, rather. Hillman with the return here on the outside, and Daramola, who just had the touchdown reception, it comes up on special teams and makes the stop there as well. Serenius Daramola here in just the first few minutes of this third quarter has made his presence known on both sides of the football.
Absolutely. I mean, he's really honed his craft here in Wheeling as a part of the Miners and just getting it done on the offense and also on special teams. I mean, he could probably play defense too if he needed to.
How about Nestor too on these kickoffs?
Absolutely.
And perfect on the extra points too.
Impressive showing for him in his very first arena game. And I mean, football
First time
game,
ever kicking.
I was going to say, yeah, football game in general.
That's just incredible.
That's non-European football.
Fresh set of downs here on the first drive as EO's going to come back in at quarterback for Mississippi. He's going to send a man in motion. That's Johnson, which, yeah, Johnson got way too fast of a false start there. They might give you about a yard, but I don't think they're going to give you 4, Jeff.
No, definitely not. I mean, they could probably call it every time, but I mean, it's one of those things. The officials are really lenient when it comes to offsides on a motion, and you couldn't. It was blatant.
And that's one of those too. You know, you're trying to make it look like it's going to be one of those jet sweeps, and that's one of those. The center and quarterback, they got to be right on it there. As soon as that guy releases, that's when that ball has to come out.
Yeah, I mean, you got to hit him right in the chest, right in the numbers, right away.
Munoz and Johnson are your linebacking core. Cuts, Garrett and Dessois in the middle. EO back to pass, having to roll out to his left. EO, a bullet pass into the ground there where nobody could get to it. EO just under a bunch of pressure. And I tell you what, 2 bad men right in his face right there in Dio Dessois and Brandon Munoz, who both in their college days in Division II at Seton Hill for Dessois and Munoz for Wheeling, picking up a lot of awards and accolades in their college career.
Former defensive player of the year in Division II was Dio Dessois. So just a great, we got a big Division II flavor here tonight.
Oh, absolutely, indeed. Yeah, you pretty much have almost an entire Division II defensive core out there right now. I mean, you have a couple D1 guys down there. You have Cuts and Mounds. Mounds playing his college ball at the University of Akron. EO just got absolutely demolished by one of those Division I products in the 6'4", 240-pound Raymond Cuts. And then number 12. I got to look down at the roster here for Mississippi to even see who number 12 is for them. But he only stands maybe about 5'5", and Cuts is about 6'4". No, Jeff, you stand about 5'1". It's okay. We got you. 5'2". Got it. Got to add the extra inch. The extra inch is always important, especially in football.
Absolutely.
It is a game of inches. 3rd down and 15 upcoming here for Wheeling, or for Mississippi, rather. I apologize, folks. 8 minutes. Clock strikes under here in the third quarter, 28-6 in favor of the Miners. I mean, we saw that in last week, too, that it was a game of inches, Jeff, between Columbus and Wheeling.
Absolutely. I mean, both teams not wanting to give either one anything.
Johnson back in at quarterback. He's the more elusive one down there. Johnson's just going to throw it into no man's land. And Isaiah Robinson almost came up with the interception. Pass falls incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down and 15. I tell you what, Jeff, let's rewind all the way back to 2019 here. There was a team that came into this arena by the name of the New England Cavalry, led by Kevin James. They had a quarterback that also wore number 10, and Marquise Everhart, that was extremely elusive down there. I see a lot of Everhart in Johnson's games as well, just very elusive down there.
Absolutely. Everhart, what a player there. Got some opportunities, but never really got to showcase what he could do. Actually got the chance to do his highlight tape one year, and just a great young man and somebody that, hey, plays more defensive back, but he got his shot at quarterback and made the best of it.
Yeah, I mean, a guy too. I mean, COVID unfortunately was just one of those that kind of, just kind of put his career on not on a downward spiral, but I mean, it's a spiral to a lot of players' careers did COVID-19. Here's another opportunity for Johnson. Here comes the pressure by the Miners. Johnson staying in the pocket, launches it, and the pass is complete as Hillman bobbled it and then made the reception over Cisse, and that'll be a first down for Mississippi in the Miners territory at the 21-yard line.
Great job there from Mississippi, just confusing the Miners there with a bunch of crossing routes and just a lot of smoke and mirrors there from Mississippi, and they pick up a big first down.
Johnson has just been incredible back there. But he got to hand it to EO, too, who has the rushing touchdown for Mississippi. Trips over to the far side. Declared tight end here on the near side. Munoz is also over on that side in the MAC position for Wheeling. 5:40 and counting in the third quarter, 28-6. And the ball is on the turf, and it's going to be picked up here on the outside. That was actually the declared tight end that picked up that one. It'll be a loss on the play back to the 23. But if you're Mississippi, you're counting your blessings on that one because that ball was rolling around down there at least for 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, you're really thankful if you're Mississippi there. Ball was just rolling around and finally found a Mississippi offensive player, and lucky for them it did.
Clock striking right around 5 minutes here. The Miners hanging on to a 28-6 lead. I mean, outside of them running out of time in the first half, they have scored on every drive, all except for when they ran out of time and the field goal was blocked. Trips over to the far side. It's going to be to the weak side, and that just shows the strength of Brandon Munoz. He just grabbed on to Johnson, was on his back, and was still able to drag Johnson down on that one. What a play there by Moon to pick up the sack and move Mississippi back into their own territory.
Unbelievable motor there on Moon, just able to just not quit and keep pushing. Coach Mont knows exactly what to do with that young man. Coached him in college, so he knows that he could throw him in the defensive middle linebacker position and also down on the defensive line. So really trying to disguise a bunch of things as Coach Mont.
And I tell you what, Moon was one of those young men, because I was the inaugural PA announcer for Wheeling University's football program too. And I'm like, right away, I knew who Brandon Munoz was, and I still know who Brandon Munoz is. EO just got introduced to Munoz pretty hard, able to get up on his own power. Pass falls incomplete, and that'll bring up fourth down. I tell you what, if I saw Munoz coming to me, I'm just putting myself in the grave.
That's a veteran play there by Brandon Munoz as well. He's seen the quarterback come outside of the numbers. He can leave his box at that point, and boy, did he, and he laid a shot.
Great play there by the veteran in Munoz, as Jeff mentioned. Former Jacksonville Shark, Omaha Beef, now here with the Miners, continuing to want to play football. Moon, he's in the MAC position on this fourth down. EO is going to be the quarterback for Mississippi. Here comes Moon and lays another big hit on EO. Pass falls incomplete. As in on the coverage there was Javon Johnson. And we're going to go ahead and, Jeff, we're going to actually keep it right here because we still have some OVAC accolades. And I think you and I know these final two schools pretty well. We're going to go to Class 4A, a school that you and I have had an amazing opportunity to call a lot of football games, the outright OVAC champion in Class 4A, St. Clairsville High School.
Unbelievable job by Coach Mack, another Coach Mack.
Yeah.
For the Red Devils, just a great program year in and year out, making deep playoff runs. And we kind of made the joke, hey, maybe an off year for them, maybe a down year. And they put some wins together and really just made a stretch into the playoffs.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, especially the juggernaut schedule that they played last year. I mean, you come right out of the gate against Creston Norwayne. You come out of the gate and have to play Bloom Carroll. But not only the football program, a lot of success on the soccer field. They were OVAC champions in track. fantastic cross-country program, basketball, wrestling. The list just keeps going on and on for the Red Devils. So just to recap, in case you folks are just joining us, it is OVAC night here for the Wheeling Miners. In Class 1A, the Conotton Valley Rockets taking home the overall Class 1A OVAC title. In Class 2A, the Red Knights of Toronto. In Class 3A, the outright champion, the Barnesville Shamrocks. And in Class 4A, it was the Red Devils of St. Clairsville. And in Class 5A, my alma mater, the Patriots of Wheeling Park High School, just an outright OVAC title. I mean, you saw it with some of the champions that they had. Brenna Timpton was the state champion in cross country. I mean, just the list goes on and on with the Patriots as well. But not only are we honoring the champions, we're just honoring the OVAC in general because, Jeff, how blessed are we to have all this talent right here in the Ohio Valley with these young student athletes?
Absolutely. Like I mentioned, I got 4 years to compete in the OVAC in football and wrestling, and it was just one of the best years of my life, to be honest.
Clark pump fakes, looks over into the corner, passes complete to Coleman, who makes a cut at the 20. Coleman wants to come all the way back. Oh, don't hit him too hard, DC. You're going to get a blindside block call. Coleman's still on his feet, and he ran about 20 yards to gain 9. But what a show of footwork there by AC Alex Coleman.
AC making a bunch of moves there, and like you mentioned, reverse field twice there for Coleman, putting his foot in the ground, pivoting again, and coming back across.
I think that was the toughest 9 yards that I have seen this entire season. And how about Daryl Clark putting all 6'5", 225 pounds into the O lineman? Clark showing no fear down there. Another veteran that you talk about. Coleman will be stationary here on the near side. Daryl Mola is going to be the motion man, and Thurman is over on the far side. Clark takes a 3-step drop. Clark looking. He wants Coleman, or check that. He wanted Daryl Mola, but throws it into double coverage. It'll be knocked away. Pass falls incomplete, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 for the Miners. And I tell you what, I would love to see a handoff right here to Andy Plowden and let him get his team a 1st down and possibly then some.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got multiple options for people down there to carry the football. Plowden one, Munoz is another as well.
Yeah, Moon, a definite fullback as well. Big bruiser down there on defense, but he could do it in fullback as well. And you have Plowden lined up right behind Clark. Are we going to get that handoff? We are. And Plowden is going to dive forward, and he will have the 1st down as Caden Berger also had a huge block there, but I think he might have said some wordy dirds there, and this one's going to come back after that one. But I believe, though, since it was a dead ball foul, that the 1st down should still stand. Am I correct, Jeff? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was already completed after that, and then they...
Yeah, so Berger just getting a little bit too excited there for the pancake block that he had down there. I mean, you have to give the O-line credit when they get those pancakes. Yum, yum, yum. Get the slurp out. Because that's what Berger, Nelson, and Roberts want to do down there. They want those pancakes all night long, and the O-line has been standing strong for Daryl Clark, Andy Plowden, and these receivers. Clark back in under center. You have a flag on the play. There will be a false start against Wheeling. So Thurman was just a little bit too quick on that last one. He does have the 1 receiving touchdown tonight, as does AC Coleman and Rainius Daramola. Love to see Andre Thomas Cobb get one on the board here, too, in his return to a Miners uniform. Love to see Robinson back out there at the wide receiver position, but he's been pretty strong in the corner position, too. Ball's all the way back to the 20-yard line. 1st down and 15 upcoming for Wheeling as Alex Coleman goes in motion, and Clark is going to be sacked as Roberts was the one that was beat on that one. And getting into the backfield and making the sack was the Wolfpack. Coach McKinney was clearly upset about that play. And, folks, that is going to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play, so get those 4s up. We are headed to the 4th quarter. Miners lead the Wolfpack 28-6. You're listening to Wheeling Miners football. 28-6 in favor of the Miners, but Jeff checking in on the two other AAL opponents. Jersey right now trying to end the perfect season for Columbus as the Bearcats have a 32-28 lead going into the half, but Columbus has already claimed the outright regular season title. But then again, I'm sure the Lions would like to see the perfect season, but that is in jeopardy right now as the Bearcats have a 32-28 lead over the Lions. OVAC night here at WesBanco Arena, Breast Cancer Awareness Night down there in Columbus for the Lions. Second down and long upcoming for the Miners as Alex Coleman will be the motion man. Daramola and Thurman are your stationary receivers over here on the far side. Clark, he's going to have to step up and run. Clark, still on his feet, has a lot of green in front of him. Clark reverses field, and he'll be brought down from behind, but not after picking up a first down into Wolfpack territory at the 8-yard line.
So one thing that Clark keeps very, very hidden in is his legs' ability. When he turns them on, he turns them on.
So Daryl Clark with another powerful run there. He's going to check out now for Khalil Trotman. Trotman has the rushing touchdown down there for the Miners here tonight, the former Jersey Bearcat and Morgan State University product. 6'1", 185-pound QB.
Also spent last season with the Colorado Spartans as well.
Thank you, Jeff. They don't call him the best Keller guy in the league for nothing. Reminded me there. Here's a pitch out to Thurman, who tries to go forward. He got absolutely demolished, and that ball is going to pop out, and the Wolfpack might have jumped back on top of that. Let's see. I believe Plowden actually came back up on that one. So the Miners catch a break as Thurman was just absolutely upended on that play.
It was a good play call, good.
It really
good
was.
Formation, but Wolfpack was not fooled on that one.
Yeah, you had the Mac coming in there from the out, or check that, the Jack that stayed at home. And as soon as he saw that pitch, he was following Thurman the entire way and made the big hit. So second down and goal for the Miners. Ball on the Mississippi 9, 28-6 in favor of Wheeling. Clark back in at quarterback. This time he's going to send Thurman in motion. Clark back to pass. It's going to be a screenplay over to Alex Coleman, but it falls incomplete as Clark led Coleman a little bit too far there, and AC had to try to just get one paw on that one.
Yeah, he did everything he could to try to bring that one in. Unfortunately, does not.
To bring up third down and goal for the Miners. Don't forget, they do have Austin Nestor, who has been pretty impressive here tonight. He did have the one field goal blocked. But the Miners with another opportunity here on third down. Plowden is going to be the sidecar off to the left of Clark. Alex Coleman is going to be your motion man for Wheeling. Daramola and Thurman, your other receivers. Clark back to pass, gets some nice blocks, but Clark just throws an absolute bullet almost up into the crowd. Pass falls incomplete. So we'll see if Coach Mack wants to go for it here or if he's going to bring the foot of Austin Nestor out here. I don't see any movement. The offense is staying on the field. 12 minutes and counting here in the fourth quarter. The Miners leading 28-6. And a fourth down and goal upcoming from the Mississippi 9. Thurman, the stationary receiver on the near side. Daramola over on the far side. Alex Coleman, the motion man. Clark, back to pass, trying for the tight end in Nelson. And the pass falls incomplete. They tried to go for the big 6'4" Nelson in that tight end position, but Clark had no time to get that ball out.
Yeah, unfortunately, turnover on downs for the Miners here. Defense got to step it up and get a stop here.
So will be a media timeout. 11:42 to go here on a stop clock. Miners leading 28-6. You're listening to Wheeling Miners football. And Jeff, for the second time this season, we're going to see the gold ball out here. So don't forget, double up the points here, a possibility for Mississippi.
Absolutely. You have to be down by 14 to use it, and it can only be cashed in on a passing touchdown. So we'll see what happens here. Haven't seen too many gold balls cashed in, so we'll see what happens. A neat rule added to the AAL this season.
I think the only opportunity that we saw was Jersey in week 2. Another opportunity here. Rolling out to his left is Johnson. Has to backpedal. Johnson going forward. And yeah, he's not going to win that battle with Brandon Munoz. And he is going to be dropped for a sack all the way back at the 5-yard line. I'm just glad the young man's still breathing after that, because it was the quarterback up against the 6'4", 240-pound Brandon Munoz.
Yeah, Moon's somebody that brings it every single play. We've mentioned that. Great to have him back in a Wheeling Miners uniform and see the 22 flying around in black and yellow once again.
So don't forget, the gold ball in play here for Wheeling, or check that, for Mississippi. Ball's on the 5, brings up second down and long for the Wolfpack. 10:27 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Wolfpack are going to have to hurry because she's already counting back there. They haven't even broke the huddle yet. Johnson. Pretty much alone there in the backfield. And we have multiple flags. See what the call will be here. So it is going to be a false start against the Wolfpack. I'd say either way, that was going to be a delay of game or more likely a false start.
Yeah, some kind of penalty was coming there.
The clock strikes under 10 minutes. The 28-6 lead. But don't forget, with the gold ball in play, Mississippi could potentially make this a one-possession game. Second down upcoming here for Mississippi. Johnson, the quarterback, in the shadow of his own goalpost. Ball is on the ground somewhere, and it's going to be picked up there by Hall. Jeff, I'm not 100% sure, but I think we might have just seen the Patton and Fumbaruski play right there. Because the quarterback acted like, he didn't even act like he was surprised that that ball didn't even come back to him.
No, I mean, I like I said, like you said, it looked like it was kind of planned. If not, I mean, they covered it up very well.
Hall was not able to get much there. They're still in the shadow of their own goalpost, and they are behind the sticks with about a 3rd down and 12 upcoming for the Wolfpack. Colton Ryan in the middle. Robert Garrett on the outside. Raymond Cutts on the other outside. Munoz and Johnson in the middle. And the same defensive back core that we've seen all evening with Cisse, Robinson, and Mounds. Johnson back in at quarterback. He has twins over to the far side there. Finally, we get to delay a game call. I mean, Wolfpack, she's been pretty generous to you tonight. So, yeah. I mean, honestly, they went into the huddle and there was still 9 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. So, yeah, I think she gave you about 10 more seconds. EO's going to come back in at quarterback. And the clock's going to strike right about 8 minutes. Yeah, she's already got her hand up again. Yeah, I was going to say, if the clock's got to hit 7:47. Timeout for EO. Yeah, because once again, they were going to be faced with another delay of game penalty at 7:53 here in the fourth quarter. But Jeff, just want to take it back here. Once again, OVAC night. We talked about the overall champions too, but just how much the OVAC has expanded over the years. I mean, you get the addition of Parkersburg South. You get the addition of University, Morgantown, and West Virginia. And now you're seeing schools like East Palestine coming down in Ohio. Who's the other one? I think it was United Local is another one. The OVAC just continues to grow and grow here.
Absolutely. I had the opportunity to, be in the OVAC tournament when Parkersburg and Morgantown were available to come in, and boy, it changed everything up very quickly.
It really did. And I mean, not just, wrestling, not just football. I mean, all the sports. I mean, well, especially wrestling. I think Parkersburg South definitely, because Braxton Amos
Yes.
was another one that came in, and EO just got out of the end zone, barely. And he got absolutely tattooed by Robert Garrett and Colton Ryan. So it is going to be, should be 4th down in pretty much the entire field here for Mississippi. I don't know how EO's been able to stay into the game with his helmet coming off. So EO was absolutely tattooed there. Got lucky he wasn't cut in half there. So he comes back in at quarterback. Once again, the Wolfpack in the shadow of their own end zone. Here's the thing. You're going to have Brandon Munoz, Robert Garrett, Colton Ryan, and Raymond Cutts all coming at you. If you're EO, you got to get rid of this football extremely quick. Here comes the pressure. EO doesn't get rid of it, and it's intercepted by Garrett. Touchdown, Miners! Oh, it is going to be an illegal defense, unfortunately. And this one is the interception, and the pick six by Garrett is going to come back. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty. Now, Jeff, I do have a question. If the gold ball, if that would have counted, is it double points for the Miners the other way? I'm not sure either.
I'm not sure on that. I know it's double points. I don't think so. I think it just, because it would kind of defeat the purpose. You know what I mean? But I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, still, I feel it's a risk that you got to, you take it. It's
I think it's a risk reward kind of thing. I mean, so we'll have to check on that rule, but
ask our good friend AJ after the broadcast.
absolutely. Normally, I'm pretty good with the rules, but this new one is a little different. So.
Yeah, that one is completely different. All my years of arena. Johnson's in at quarterback now, the more elusive QB. Gets to the outside. Yep, you're not getting away from Munoz again as he drags him down. And, Jeff, this is going to be a turnover on downs. So even the illegal defense penalty did not come back to bite the Miners there.
Absolutely not. And just a great job there by the Miners defense, pushing Mississippi back. I felt like we were in the shadows of that end zone for a long time. Had a lot of penalties, a lot of things backing up and moving and just not gaining any yards.
Miners will take over on the Wolfpack 11. Clock striking right around 6 minutes here in the fourth quarter. It's been a fast-moving game. We're still not even at 2 hours already. Of course, in the second quarter, you had about 5 minutes of just constant penalties. Trips here to the near side. Daramola, Thomas Cobb, and Coleman. It's going to be Daramola on the jet sweep. Hopped over one defender, couldn't hop over the second defender as he was wrapped up in midair and introduced to the dasher, but not after picking up a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down and 4 from the 5. So the Miners don't necessarily have to punch it into the end zone right away. They could still have that 1 yard to play with.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a little bit of room here, but like we mentioned, the closer you get to the goal line, the more it kind of suffocates the offense. So we'll see what happens here. Khalil Trotman in the game at quarterback.
As Jeff mentioned, I forgot about last year, his time with the Colorado Spartans in the NAL. Here goes Trotman, powerful runner. He's going to be spun down from behind, but Trotman able to gain a few yards, and they're right near that first down marker. So I think if you're Coach Mack, you just continue to pound away there with Trotman. But I am definitely not opposed to a handoff here to Andy Plowman.
Absolutely not. I mean, you've got multiple weapons too, and you can kind of see what's going on. And, we talked about going into the playoffs next week. You have some different wrinkles that you could, throw in for next week. So we'll see what happens. You have a lot of different personnel as well.
Coleman is going to be the motion man. It's going to go back to Trotman. I can't even see Khalil right now, but he's going to have the first down. So like we said, Jeff, they had that 1 yard to play with, and now they can actually take their time to try to punch this one into the end zone.
Yeah, I mean, can completely take their time. Clock's running. It's what they want. if you're the Miners to close this one out. Biggest thing too is to get out of here with a victory and, no injuries, get everybody healthy, keep everybody healthy into the next week for the playoffs.
They don't ask how, they just ask how many. So first down and goal from the Wolfpack 1. Trotman's going to stay in there. He's going to come in under center. Plowden's going to be off to his left.
Could see a push here.
Trotman in under center. There goes AC in motion. They're actually going to hand it off to AC. I love that call by Coach McKinney. I knew it was going to be a handoff, but I thought it was going to Andy Plowden. This one goes to AC Coleman, Alex Coleman, into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night, and the Miners extend their lead to 34-6. Brandon Munoz in as the long snapper. It'll be out of the Coleman hold, who just had the touchdown to give AC 2 on the night. And Austin Nestor in to attempt the extra point. Here's the snap. The ball is down. Nestor splits the uprights and good. 2:54 to go here in the fourth quarter. Let's step aside for our final break. 35-6 in favor of your Miners. You're listening to Wheeling Miners football. (35-6) on a rushing touchdown there by Alex Coleman. Austin Nestor, 5 for 5 on extra point.
Really impressed with Nestor here tonight.
And his Wheeling Miners debut. Actually, just football in general debut. 2:54 here on a stop clock. Nestor's going to boot this one down the field. Oh, man, almost went over the head of the Wolfpack player, who gets some speed up to the side here, and he'll be brought down. Making the stop there, Myron Mounds, Isaiah Robinson. Ball will be right at midfield, so a short field here for the Wolfpack to try to get another one on the board. They're trailing 35-6 with 2:49 on a stop clock. Mounds, Cisse, and Robinson, your defensive backs for Wheeling. Jack Perry, Javon Johnson, Cuts, Dessois, and Munoz down there on the defensive line.
A very fast defensive line.
Very strong, too.
Absolutely.
I don't think Mississippi has enough guys on the field, do they? No, they only have 7 on the field right now. Here's the handoff to Hall. Yeah, that one wasn't going anywhere. 1, 2. Yeah, I think there was only 7 out there. All right, never mind. I can't count. There is 8. Clock strikes under 2 minutes regardless. Folks, math was never my strong suit. Miners leading 35-6. I think pretty much every single black jersey had a hand on the running back there. It was led by the 3 guys that we mentioned on that defensive line in Dessois, Cuts, and Munoz. Hall will be the sidecar off to the right. It's EO in at quarterback. Trips here to the near side for Mississippi. EO is going to keep it, but right into the waiting hands there of Raymond Cuts. And he also had Javon Johnson and Dio Dessois in the vicinity. More likely, we will have the 1-minute warning upcoming. we'll keep it right here. So as things will be playing out here, Jeff, I think it's pretty accurate to say that the first round of the playoffs will feature the number 1 ranked Columbus Lions taking on the number 4 ranked Mississippi Wolfpack. And then the Miners will have another date with the Jersey Bearcats, 2 teams that have always played very close games against each other.
Yeah, another playoff matchup once again with the Jersey Bearcats. So just something, that happens. We took the year off from the Jersey Bearcats last year and see them again this year. Always love to see the crew from Jersey, AJ and his guys, just a great team to play against and a great rival. If you pick one, that definitely would be it.
And that's the biggest thing, me coming from a hockey background and everything, in the sport of hockey, it's veteran presence. And it's the same way in arena football too, because it is a completely different game than the outdoor game. A lot of veteran presence on that Jersey team and a lot of veteran presence on this Miners team. And you got to hand it to the Columbus Lions, a ton of veteran guys there too.
Absolutely. It seems like once you play in Columbus, you stay there forever.
Third down upcoming. It's going to be a low snap, and EO is just going to have to protect that one and live to fight another down. As that ball just, I don't know, it was just a bizarre snap. Just felt like it was just floating in midair there before it finally came down, and EO jumping down on top of it. So Mississippi, they are not going to win this football game, but they are going to try to do their best. But you got to hand it to the Miners defense too, only allowing 6 points here in this one, because you have to admit, Mississippi, they do have some athletes out there.
Yeah, they played tough. The score could be a lot worse. It was a lot worse in the first game. So, they definitely hung in there like as best they could.
More likely, this could be one of 2 of the last plays as EO dropping back the pass. He's just going to launch it into no man's land, but that doesn't matter either way because it was 4th down. And only 7 seconds to go here. The Miners can just run this clock out, Jeff, and take home another victory and fine-tune their stats here as they head in to the AAL playoffs. The Miners, they've already won 1 championship in this building back in 2024, completing the perfect season. So DC is into the game. Andy Plowden, your running back. Hey, they are bringing in Isaiah Robinson for 1 play. Oh, no, never mind. He is coming back out. I thought Robinson was going to get 1 offensive play.
It felt bad for him, I think.
But just a team guy. Team guy is Isaiah. Not just a team guy, but he is a team player.
Absolutely.
Phenomenal wide receiver, but steps right into that defensive back position. Coleman, going to be the motion man for Wheeling. Here's the handoff to Andy Plowden, who's going to gain the positive yardage and is going to add 1 more on there momentarily. And that one is going to wrap this one up here from West Banco Arena to the Miners, a 35-6 victory here over the Mississippi Wolfpack before they head into the playoffs here. Jeff, obviously it was domination on offense. You wouldn't think that, but it was just the time of possession. The Miners did not have a lot of time of possession on offense, but they made every opportunity that they had count.
Yeah, they were in and out when it came to offense. They were efficient. That's the best word I can use. The offense was very efficient out here tonight. Defense was very physical and just ready to start another playoff run here in West Banco. Unfortunately, didn't make the playoffs last year, but returned to the playoffs this coming season.
And I tell you what, so another thing that you really got to talk about too, how about just the stamina of the defensive backs here? They were on the field for a very, very long time. And you have Myron Mounds, Isaiah Robinson, who is not normally a defensive back. And then you bring in Isaiah Cisse as well. Just what a phenomenal job those guys have done. Not very often. They didn't have much time to prepare together.
Absolutely not. Definitely the miss of JT Taylor tonight in the defensive backfield, unfortunately, was ruled ineligible for tonight, but we'll be back next week for the playoffs and, leads the team in interceptions.
And I tell you what, a total team effort here tonight. I think our player of the night is the young man that played in his first arena football game, first football game in general, kicker Austin Nestor. 5 for 5 on extra points. And how about these kickoffs? He did not make it easy on this Wolfpack program.
No, absolutely not. I mean, he put them inside the 10, inside the 5, and just put them up in the air, and they were difficult. They spun irregularly than you would see a normal football spin, and that's what you want on a kickoff. You don't want the kick returner to catch it. So, I mean, great job by him, and he's only going to get better.
Absolutely, indeed. So, folks, the Miners pick up a 35-6 victory over Mississippi here tonight. We want to thank you so much for tuning in this evening, but don't forget, this season is far from over here, the AAL playoffs, so stay tuned to the Miners Facebook page. We'll be getting all that information and everything out there in the coming week here. Get all that out there, ticket information, game time, all that will be coming your way. So just stay patient and stay tuned. Jeff, final thoughts here on tonight's game.
Just a way to close it out for the Miners here. Positive. Got some reps for the guys coming in to make a playoff push. You know, brought some guys back, returned, you know, from teams from last year and the year before. So great to see that. They played pivotal roles, and they're going to continue to do that throughout the playoffs. And guess what? Jersey Bearcats come in next week for the playoffs. Be happy to see them. A great playoff game, and we'll set up 2 huge matchups. Like we mentioned, next week, Columbus will host this same Wolfpack team, and then your Wheeling Miners will host the Jersey Bearcats here at WesBanco Arena at 7 o'clock.
Oh, so it already is. Okay, so you heard it from the man himself right there. I didn't realize it was in stone already, but like I said, that's why he's the best color guy in the league here. We want to thank you, the fans, but we also cannot do it with our without our awesome production team. So I'm going to give everybody a hand clap here. We can't do it without the fans as well and the players in this organization. So we want to thank you all so much. 35-6, your final score here from WesBanco Arena. The Wheeling Miners pick up the victory over the Mississippi Wolfpack. For Jeffrey Blumenauer, I'm Chris Thoburn. We'll talk to you at playoff time on Saturday at 7 p.m. You've been listening to Wheeling Miners Football.